Hi everybody, thanks very much for joining me here today at Friendship Shaving. If we've not met before, my name's Mark and thanks for being here. Got a lovely shave today. I'm going to be using some PAA Diver Down. It is a CH-6 formula and I've been kindly sent a sample by John Chalmers from John Shaves 101. Thank you, John, thank you very much indeed. I used this soap earlier in the week and I really like it, and John was kind enough to put in a little sample of some aftershave as well, so I'm really looking forward to using this again. I've got my little Yaki brush. I went with the orange theme today and you can see the razor on the window ledge. I'm going to be using a folding razor today that takes a feather or a Kai razor blade. It's a Feather Artist Club style blade, and this razor was recommended to me by Howie, and I'm certainly glad that he recommended it. It is a fabulous razor and I like it so much I've actually sold my feather non-folding razor as I much prefer this one, so we'll talk about that as I go along. Now this soap is terrific, to be honest. It's the CH-6 formula. I've loaded the brush in my bowl, and you really don't need very much soap to get the most fantastic lather. Even so, I've probably got too much in my brush, but it is an homage to Seaforth Spiced, which is a vintage soap and aftershave brought out by the Seaforth company. Apparently they were in direct competition with Old Spice back in the day. Seaforth as a company appeared in the late 1930s, but it wasn't until 1953 that they brought out their spiced version of soap and aftershave. Now, it smells beautiful. There's definitely a little bit of menthol in this. I think that really lifts the soap. And the scent on the PAA website is described as spiced rum with myrrh, spikenard, Jerusalem pine, a splash of lavender and a dash of cinnamon. A splash and a dash. Now I'm definitely getting the cinnamon, and I'm picking up what I would say is a little bit of a clovey smell. But I'm getting quite a little kick of menthol. And I will talk about the aftershave when we get to that. Now let me drain this water. There we are, there is the razor of choice for today. It was bought from AliExpress, and I will put the link in the description. It cost me £10.50. It didn't come with any blades. I had some Feather Professional blades already, but you can buy 15 blades. For this razor, and they would bring the price up to £14. What I really like about this razor is that I find the angle much better on this than I did with my feather non-folding razor. I'm tending to have a much better shave with less irritation. It feels very easy to keep the razor very lightly on the skin. I really like it because of that. It has got a feather blade in there, and it's the fourth use of the blade, so plenty of use still left in this. Howie tells me it is a replica of a Kai razor. And I think you can see it is very easy to use. In fact, it's the best razor I've used of this sort, and I prefer this to my straights because it's so easy to use. Not often I shave with a straight razor these days, but I must admit I've been enjoying this one. It's taken a little while to get into my rotation, but I've been using it all week and I've just had terrific shaves with it. I seem to be getting my chin area quite nicely, which I always struggled a little bit with the feather. And my flannel has gotten a little bit cold, and that is really kicking off this menthol that's in this soap. It's not overwhelming, the menthol. I know some of you guys, are menthol addicts. This is a little bit stronger than I usually like, but I'm finding, thanks to using Cold Spices by PAA and this soap as well, that with the spicy soaps anyway, the addition of the menthol really picks it up. just going to add just a drop of water to the tip of that brush. I was watching Johan shave the other week from Shave and Butcher. I urge you to check out his channel if you haven't already. And he had the most terrific lather, and as he was shaving, he'd have that lather on his razor and he would just go like that and it would just fall into the sink, and yet on his face it looked really thick and luxurious. It was terrific to see such a good lather. I feel I always get mine just a little bit too thick when I use a straight razor. This razor, as I said, it's very easy to find that nice angle, and I don't know quite how, but it's very easy to keep that angle through the curvature of the neck. Now, of course, for £10.50, you're not going to get a stainless steel razor. And this one is in fact a zinc alloy. But it is very well made. And it works in exactly the same way that a feather or a kite razor would. It all comes apart very easily for cleaning. And as it's a zinc alloy razor, I will tend to do that after every shave. Just pop the blade out and give it all a wipe down and a clean. I really recommend this razor if you're thinking of getting started with a straight or a feather type razor, because this one is just so easy to use, and for £10.50 you're not spending a great deal of money on something that you just want to experiment with. And I've not had a Kai razor, but certainly my feather non-folding razor was expensive. I feel this is a razor you can use, and it will help you decide if you want to take shaving with this style of razor further. And as I say, I really like it. That is staying in my tin. Now, while I'm just putting some soap on, let me tell you that I've had a Pearl Flexi adjustable razor arrive in the post, and I shall be shaving with that in next Friday's video. That's a week after this one. And I'm sure there'll be a little bit of interest in it. You know, this CK-6 is a vegan formula and it's just a terrific soap. I know a lot of you guys really like it. It's very nice indeed. There we are. Oh, I've just caught myself a little bit there. We'll get some alum on that in a moment. And there we are, that is my show. How easy was that with this razor? And I do like, I know I've said before, I can take the screw out and clean in there if I wish, and you could put on some different scales should you choose to do that as a little project. Now let's reach for the alum. We'll see how we've done on today's shave, and in fact it's excellent. I've got hardly anything at all, a little bit up there, a little bit around here, just a touch there. So that's all good, isn't it? Now I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the aftershave, so we'll just move my brush out of the way. It says it's a classic masculine aftershave, a heady blend of spice drum, myrrh, spikenard and a dash of cinnamon. So I've got this really lovely sample now. Douglas on the PAA website says that it's very bay rum-esque, but Seaforth put their spin on bay rum, and he's tried to recreate that in this homage to C4 Spiced. Now, I'm not a fan of bay rum, I must admit, and it's that initial scent with bay rum that I don't like. Now, with the soap, I don't get that at all. Smells quite fresh. I can pick up a little bit of menthol. I can pick up some sort of spice. I think I'm picking up the myrrh and the Jerusalem pine. Very nice smelling soap, but it doesn't smell like the initial waft that you get with the aftershave. And for that reason, I really like the soap. I've tended to stay away from bay rum aftershaves and soaps for that reason, but I find with this one that after the initial blast, once that wears away, because that initial blast, of course, are part of the top notes, so they evaporate quite quickly. And once they do evaporate, yeah, it's definitely bay rum-esque. And I know some of you guys really like that, so I've just used a bit too much probably. Put the lid on and put that back up there. Now I know for the rest of the evening I will be smelling fantastically. It is just that, and in fact with the menthol in this, it's taking some of that bay rum scent away. A little. I tell you what, it stings like heck. I am burning. Really burning. So, goodness me. So there we are, that is my shave for today. I hope you appreciated the change. I know some of you shave sometimes with a straight razor, and I like to keep my hand in and have a little bit of variety on the channel, and I hope that's appreciated. But the next time I see you for a shave, it will be with the Pearl Flexi adjustable razor. I'd love it if you would subscribe, and I'll see you next time around. All the best now. Take care.